Okay, so I just thought I'd do a video on editing a video and for what software that I use. And I use VidoePad editor. So if you just do a search for VidoePad editor, you can find, like down here in the second link is the VidoePad editor download. If you click on that, you can download the editor for free. And it doesn't have, it's a very good one for beginners. It's very easy to use. But it doesn't have all of the, if you wanted all of the options in it, you'd have to buy the pro version. But this is the free version is what I'm using. And it works just fine. I think I'm going to add it. I try to use the pro version soon. But okay, so I'm going to create a new project. So the first thing I'm going to do is add my files. And what movie am I going to start? Let's start on the making spearmint soap. It's only one file for this soap. Okay, now that it's processed the video, the first thing I'm going to do is click on Add Text up here on the left-hand side. And I'm going to name this Beginning, because I want it to be the first clip that shows up, the first text clip that shows up. And I'm going to call it Adventures in Soaping, Making, whoops, making spearmint soap. Okay. Actually, I don't want to call this spearmint soap. I want to call this Bright Eyes. Okay, so you want to make sure you have everything you want in there and the right spacing and everything. And then you click on Add. Select it, and it comes up here in the clip preview section right here. And the first thing I want to do is to change the duration of the clip from 3 seconds to 10 seconds. So I click on this right here, and it comes up with that, and it says duration. And it's right now it's set for 3 seconds. So I'm going to change that to 10 seconds. I like 10 seconds because I want to put an intro music in there. So 10 seconds, and you hit set. And then if you want to alter the font and the text size and everything, you click on the big T and change the font. There we go. And change the color of the border of the font. Click on the color and hit OK. And the size of the text if you want, and then I center it right here. And then I like to do the scrolling. I like to do bottom to top, so it scrolls through the whole thing. And then you click on Apply, and you'll see the you'll see it start processing in a second. It must have already done all the processing. And then you click on Play. Adventures in Soaping, Making Bright Eyes Soap. So that's pretty good. I like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. Here's where the file of the text is. You click on it, left click, and hold down the button and drag it to here. This top one here, which is the video track 1. You want to drag it in there, and it'll take up the entire video track because it's your entire movie so far. And then now you're on the Images tab. What you want to do is you want to go over to the Video Files tab, and there's your video file that you downloaded in the beginning. And you want to take that, left click on it, hold down the button, and drag it. See the green boxes? That's your file. and you want it to go at the end of your text file. So you want it till you get the little, see the orange dotted line there? So when you got that, you know it's at the very end of that, and so you let go. And it's moved there. So it's the majority of your video file now. Okay, so now what I want to do is save. So I'm going to go to File, up on the top left hand of the screen, and then Save Project File As. I'm going to put it in my Documents, VidoePads, and I'm going to save it as Making Bright Eyes, and then click on Save, just in case it happens to crash on me. It's a habit that I got from using iMovie, because iMovie crashed on me a lot. Okay, so while I'm doing that, this video is processing, and you can see right here how much the video is processed. If you played it at this part where it's gray, it will say building preview. You won't be able to see anything. So now I just want to watch what I've done so far. So I'm going to go over here, and it says sequence preview. So now I'll see my video as it would look if I had exported it right now. Hit play. Making Bright Eyes Soup. And the video is going to start. Just messing with the camera. I'm going to edit this part out so I'll be able to show you where I click it. Okay, start talking there, so I'm going to... Alright, so I put it at the point. Keep playing and pausing it until I get to the point where I'm going to actually be in the video. There we go. Okay, so this button right here makes you go backwards by the second. So you can click on it until you don't see anybody in the video. There. So now, and I'm going to hit. This is the way I like to edit, by splicing, by splitting clips, and then closing the gap. So here's the button here to split this whole clip into two at the point where I'm at, where my cursor is at, right here and right here. So I click on that to split it. I go over here, and this is the part of the video right here that I'm selecting. So it's going to show up in both the preview and the sequence preview, the clip preview and the sequence preview. Now I want to delete that. So I'm just going to, I can right click on it and delete selected clips, or you can just hit the delete button on your keyboard. So now I'm going to go in the video track where that gap is from the clip that I just deleted, and I'm going to right click and click on close gap. Okay, so now I want to start over to find another place where I can edit the video. So I'm going to pause you until I find a place in the video where I can split it again, just to show you one more time. So I start the video over by going up here in my sequence preview and moving the cursor back to the beginning, and then hitting play, and I play it until I find another spot where I want to edit the video. Okay, I want to speed up the making of this particular part of the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, when I play it until I get to the point where I want to start speeding up the clip. So I'm still talking here.
Bars, I think, or 5 bars the last time, so I think it's going to be a good seller when I go to the market, so I'm going to make some more.
Okay, here. Okay, I pause it. This is where I want to start speeding up my clip. So in order to speed up just the next part of the clip, I have to split it. So I'm going to, right here where my scissors are, I'm going to click on it to cut the video track at that point. And from here on out is where I'm going to be speeding up the and adding music to the audio.
So I thought I'd show you this time how I made it. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. But it's fun to do the video, so why not?
So now I'm just going to wait until it gets to another part that I want to edit out, which should be soon. There we go. I go and I rinse out my my container that holds my lye water, so I don't want it having around my kids. So I'm just going to fast forward by clicking on this button here. Fast forward to the point. There we go. Oh. Okay, now I'm going to go backwards. Just going to go back to before I let go of my spatula. Okay, so here. And I'm going to split it again. Click on that button. And then I am going to select this clip and play it until I'm done washing out my container. And then I come back in the screen and grab a hold of the spatula. If I try to do it when I'm doing the exact same thing, you can't really tell that I've split the that I've taken that part out. There. And I go backwards, and then I split again. Click on the split button. Okay, now I go down here and see this part that's selected, that's in blue. That's the part that I just want to cut out. So I click on the video track, make sure that that part is selected. It'll show up here in the clip preview when it's selected, and then I hit either delete on my keyboard, or I can right click and select delete selected clips. And then I right click here on the video track again where the gap is, and I select close gap, and then it will bring it all back together. And now I have to go back in the video to before where, so I have to do that up here. So now my cursor is before where I selected it. So I'm just going to keep playing it.
It's pretty simple, pretty easy.
But
it's fun to do the video, so why not?
And then it'll go from one clip to the next, hopefully seamlessly. Well, not quite seamlessly, but that's alright. And so all this part is going to be sped up. I'm just going to do the rest of the editing and bring you back when it's time to speed up the video. Okay, so I've been editing so far, and I got to this point where I zoomed in on my molds, but I wanted to take out the zoom in part because my finger was in the way of the camera, so I deleted that little part of the clip, and so now it goes from this, there's my molds, and then it goes directly to that. So I wanted to do a little effect there in between the two sections so that it looks cooler. So it's at the end of this clip, so I select this clip because it's right there that I want it. I have to select this clip here. And then I go up to effects. No, I don't want to go up to effects. Sorry. I go up to, close that. I go up to transitions. And there's all different kinds of transitions. I like to do fade a lot of the time, fade through white. There's wipes and then reveals, and then you click on more transitions. And for this one, I want to do zoom, so that's one at the very, very bottom. So I'm going to do zoom. And then it's going to be, it comes up with this zoom properties. I'm going to make it for 2 seconds. So I click on that and then make it into a 2. I don't mess with this stuff. I haven't messed with that yet, so I don't know what to do with it, honestly. And then click OK. So it'll take 2 seconds to zoom in. So now I want to see what it looks like. So I'll back up a little bit and then play to see what it looks like. There, that's what it's going to look like. Okay, cool. That worked out really, really well. And you know what? Now that I'm here, I want to do another effect. This is where I was talking. So I want to go back there. And I want to do a fade, I think.
Good seller when I go to the market, so I'm going to make some more. So I thought I'd show you this time how I made it.
Okay, so I'm going to select this clip, go up to transitions, and there's all kinds of transitions. I think that this time I'm going to do a fade. So I'm going to click on fade. I'm going to make it 2 seconds again, so select that one and make it a 2. Hit OK. 2 seconds long, so now I have to move the cursor back until it's right here, until it's just before the fade point. And then I'm going to hit play just so I can see what it looks like.
I'm going to make some more.
There, and that's when it's going to start going into fast forward. So I got a fade there, and then I have, and you can see the little yellow mark. And that'll get bigger depending upon how many seconds you make it. So I've got a little yellow mark here for my fade, and then I've got another little yellow mark here for my zoom. I'm just going to go back to where I was and continue editing. And then I'll bring you back when I'm doing the speed up section. Okay, I've gotten to the point now where I want to speed up my recording. So I'm going to go back to where I stopped talking.
I think it's going to be a good seller when I go to the market, so I'm going to make some more.
So there's my fade point. So this clip right here, pause. This clip that I'm on right here is the one that I want to start the speed up process. So I make sure it's selected, and that means it shows up right here. And then I go to Effects. And then down here at the bottom, there's a Change Clip Speed button. Click on that, and it's already at 100%. If you go less than 100%, it actually goes slower. So you want to go more than 100%. I'm going to go 500, and then you hit Set. And then down here it makes a gap, so you have to right-click on your gap to close the gap. Click on the next one. Next clip you want to speed up. Change clip speed. Make it the same, 500. Whoops. Sorry. Just restarted my computer. That comes up every time Anyway, okay, yeah, so 500. Set. And then close gap. Click on the next one. And you want to make sure you're clicking on the video track one, not the audio track. And 500. Set. Close gap. Next one. Effects. Change speed. 500. Set. Close gap. Change speed. 500, set. Close gap. Now where was I? I forget where I was. I'm going to see if I was on that one. Just change. Oh, no, I wasn't on that one. Okay, so 500, set. Close gap. Effects. Change speed. 500, set. Okay, I already did that one. What about this one? Okay, so that one's 500. Right? Change clip speed. That one was already done. Okay, and then this last one. Whoops. Change clip speed. 500. Set. Okay, so that's all of them. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to add an image at the end of this, and I don't have an image for this one, so I'm going to go into a different project. So I'm going to save this one as it is. Making bright eyes. Save. Overwrite. Now I'm going to open up project. Which one is it? Sunset. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to add a file. I want to add some pictures. So, pictures of soap. Here's all my soapy pictures. I forget which one I wanted, so I'm going to go back and look this way. No, I like this one. Is it this one I wanted? It was that one. Okay, so it's this one right here, the last one. So it's this one here that I like the best. Open that. And I'm going to put in the one that's just the one bar. Okay, so which one should I do first? I think I'll do this one first. So I'm going to select it, left click and drag it. Oh wait. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change how long it shows up on screen. So this is the duration here. I'm going to make that like, I don't know, 9 seconds? Let's make it 9 seconds. Set. Okay, now I'm going to left click on it and drag it until you get to the very end and let go. And then I'm going to click on the other one and drag it until the very end. Whoops. Forgot to change the duration on that one. So go back over here. Set it for another 9 seconds, I guess. Okay, now click on it and drag it to the very end. So now this is what it will look like if you click on play in the sequence preview. It just looks plain. And it switches over to the other one, just plain. So I'm going to do some effects here. So I want to have an effect. I want to have an effect in between there. So I click on the very last clip. Sorry, I deleted it by accident. Okay, so this clip is selected, so that's where I want my transition, my transition to be. So I click on transition, and I'm going to do a fade. And I'm going to do it for 2 seconds. Change it to 2, hit OK. And now I'm going to look and see what it looks like. Click play. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to select this clip because I want to do a transition between these two as well. So I select this clip here, and then I do transition. What should I do with that one? More transitions, I think. I think I'll do a zoom. I'm going to do 2 seconds there. And then while I'm here, I'm going to do a transition in between the two pictures. So I'm going to click on this section right here and do a transition. Click on the transition button. More transitions. And I'm going to do, I think I'll do another zoom because I like zooms. 2 seconds. Alright, now let's see what that looks like. So we're going to click on play here.
I don't know, people. I don't know if it's going to turn out or not.
So it zooms in for that one. Alright. So now the only thing I have to do is I have to add the last, oops. I have to add the last text screen, which is my thank you screen. So I click on add text, and I call this one thanks. Right in my, we don't know what audio I'm going to add yet, so I'm going to cancel that. I think I'll do my audio next. Okay, so I'm going to add file. Credit Kevin MacLeod. Okay, so I do wallpaper for my opening credits. Okay, so there's the audio file. See, it's on the audio files tab. And this is the wallpaper song. I hope you guys can hear me really well. Okay, now I stopped it at 10 seconds and I just want it to go, it's 10.2, so I want it to be at 10 exactly. So I'm clicking this button here until it gets to 10 exactly, which there it is. And then I'm going to click on the blue flag and it will cut it. So now I have a section of audio that is only 10 seconds long. So I'm going to click on this right here, left click, and drag it down here in my gap in the audio track, which is right underneath my welcome screen. So click it there. Okay, so now I go over here to my sequence preview, put it right at the very beginning, and press play. Voila! We have music. Alright. Okay, flip. So this is where I start speeding it up. And it's sped up all the way till here, this point right here. I need some music to put in there. I think, let's see, what song am I gonna put in there? Okay, so I decided that I'm going to use Cold Funk to put in there. So it's just processing. So Cold Funk. This one is like 5 minutes long, so I'm just going to left click it and pull it down into the audio track of where my speed up starts. And voila, it covers that whole area. Now, it doesn't cover the whole thing. There's still this section here that isn't covered. Let's see. Play. Okay, I like that. So I have to figure out how much space I have here. Ah! Undo, undo. God, I love that undo button. How big is this section here? This section is, I have it selected, so it says it's in, or current is 5 minutes 38 seconds, and then the out is 6 minutes and 34 seconds, so it's about 4 seconds less than a minute. Okay, and then this little bitty here, undo, this little bitty here, so that's a 1 minute, and then this little bitty is 639.5 to 642, so that's 3 seconds. So I would say if I have 1 minute long clip, then it will work. So I'm going to start, the red flag is right at the beginning of the song. So red flag is where you start, is where your in is. And then I'm going to click on here to put it at a minute. It's at 57 seconds and 0.6. And to get it right at a minute, I'm going to click on this next sample button until I get right at 1 minute. Whoops. 0.6, 7, 8, 9. There. I'm at exactly 1 minute. So I'm going to put my blue flag here for my stop. Select it again over here with my mouse. Left click and pull it down to where I want it. And it should fit in there exactly. And let go. And hopefully it works. So let's fast forward here through the song. Fast forward, fast forward. So it starts the song over again. That's the only way I know how to do that. You could use a separate song if you wanted to, but Maya, close the door, please. Yeah, you could use a separate song if you wanted to, but I didn't want to. You have to give credit for everything that Kevin MacLeod puts in your video, that you put in your video of his. So the less on the exit, the better. Hope you can hear me. Anyway, and so now I can do my thank you screen. I go back up here to add text. So I click on that, and the text clip name is thanks. And what I do is I put in my thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. And check out my blog. And then I'll put my blog in there. So just a second, I'm going to find blog. I always put my blog link in there, so copy that. Send some more. Music is royalty free. Just a second here. This won't let me do it. Where'd it go? There it is. There we go. In contact. So I'll just take that out. And royalty free from Computech.com. Oops. Intro and exit. Wallpaper by Kevin MacLeod. And then what was the other song? Cold Funk by and then I put in my little happy soaping. And a smiley face. Okay, so I think I've got everything in there, and I want to make sure that I have everything that I need in there, because it's hard to edit. And if I edit it, I have to basically delete this one and add a new one. So, okay, so my thanks screen. I'm going to select it over here, and then we go in this clip preview section, and we make it as long as we want. We click on these little arrows here, and duration comes up. So we want this to last longer than 3 seconds. Probably, let's say 40 seconds. See how that is. Click on text, the T for text. Change your font. And I'm going to change the color of the outline. Put it on bold. I need to change the size because my whole blog HTML won't fit in. It's already uncentered, bottom to top. Click apply. And then now it's just processing. So I have to wait until it's done processing. There we go. Okay, now preview it. Thank you for watching. That's perfect, so I can read everything that's on there. Music is royalty free from coffeetech.com. It's hard to read with this checkered background, I find, but it's better to preview it in here before you add it in. Happy soaping. Happy base. Okay, done. Okay, so click on it, left click, and drag it all the way to the bottom end where you see the dotted line. Okay, now I want to put music down here in this spot here. So I know that this is 40 seconds. This is 9 seconds, and this is 9 seconds. So that's another 18 seconds. So that's 58 seconds that I need to fill up with music. So I click over here on my audio files. I'm going to choose wallpaper again because I really like that one. My red flag is at the beginning. You can see the little red arrow there. But this time I want my blue flag to be at 58 seconds instead of 10 seconds. So blue flag. Put my cursor over here until I get to 58 seconds. 51, 57.3. Okay. 58.8. I'm going to go by points, so I'm just going to click on this button to go backwards. Okay, I'm going to click my blue flag now to put it there. Blue flag. So I cut it. So now this file has it at 58 seconds long. So I'm going to select it. Wallpaper. And I'm going to left click it and drag it into the audio track underneath my pictures and thank you screen. Paste. Let go, and it fits right in there. So now let's listen. Click play. Fast forward.
I don't know, people. I don't know if it's going to turn out or not.
There. And that's all you do. Okay, so that's how you basically edit a video. I forgot to put the cutting of the thing in here, of the soap. So I'm gonna delete all this, and I'm gonna take them all out and then put the cutting footage in there. Okay, so I've added my cutting footage right here into the video, and I re-added my images and my thank you screen. Now all I have to do is make the file into a movie. So I go up to File. You can save your project file first, and then you click on Save Movie, or you can use Control B. So Save Movie, and it comes up with this screen. And when you first start out, under Resolution here, you can, when you first start using this program, you can click on that down arrow, and you can use the option here is for YouTube. High quality, 854 by 480. But you can't use that after a certain trial period is up. So what I use now is the 1280 by 720 high definition 720p, whatever that is. That's what I use. And when it does the YouTube thing, it'll come up as an MP4, but with this one you have to use AVI as the file format, and it will automatically come up with the save destination, or you can change it on your own, and then custom for present, and then you just hit create. And now I'm going to hit overwrite here. This won't come up when you do it yourself, because I've already done this movie and I've already uploaded it. So I hit overwrite, and then it will save as movie in a second here. Oh, it's not responding. Oh, there we go. Converting to video file. Okay. And once you're done that, once that's all finished, you can of course go to YouTube. My computer's a little slow at the moment. Okay. And the upload button here. And then you select the file to upload. This is how you do it if you don't upload right through your video editor. Just a second here. Okay, and I called this movie Sunset. So you upload it that way. Okay, and it's used by another program, so it won't let me work. But that's how you do it, how you upload it. And then I just select privacy as unlisted until I actually have the movie completely uploaded. And then I select public. And so that's how I edit my movies. Okay, so there was a couple things I wanted to mention that I forgot to mention in the previous clips. So in this program, if you want to narrate, you go to audio and then record audio or narrate, and then right here is where you can record what you wanted to say. Like if I wanted to say something over top of this part of the video, I could do that right here, and then you pause it or stop it, and then close, and then when you play, I think it should show now. Well, that didn't work. Oh, there it is. It's showing up in audio track 3. So if I took out the music, if I wanted to say something over top of this part of the video, I could do that right here, and then you pause it or stop it. There we go. So it shows up as audio track 3, I guess, and then you have to delete that section of audio track 1 in order for it to show up for the narrate. You can add a CD track or add a sound effect if you want to. They have a bunch of them. They're only like 30 seconds long though. Like the music that's in here is only like 32 seconds, 30 seconds, 32 seconds. So where I get my music from, I'm sure you saw it in the beginning. One of the is Incompetech.com. It's royalty-free music, and you can search by genre or by feel. I like the funk. You click on that, and then it gives you an option to preview. Click on the play button. Anyway, so you can play it and preview it, and then if you want to, you can download it. And it's covered by a Creative Commons license. So you can do your own research if you want on the Creative Commons license, but I believe you can use it for YouTube videos as long as you give the website and the Kevin MacLeod here is the songwriter, and you have to name the track that you use as well for that particular video. Also, you don't have the option to do, what is it called? Text overlay. That's what it's called. Text overlay in the free program. If you upgrade to Pro, you can do that. You can have you can overlay text onto the screen. Like say I wanted to add, hey, how's it going, to this screen right here. I could do that in the Pro version, but you can't do it in this version. So what I do when I want to overlay text is I actually I upload the video, do everything I need to do, upload the video, and then go to my video manager, edit the video, is that where it is? No. There it is, yeah. Annotations. So you click on annotations. And then you can like pause it right here, add an annotation. You can do a note or a speech bubble. Click on there. Blah, blah. And then when you're done, you save it and everything like that. So when you're all done. So that was one other thing that I wanted to tell you. And I think that that's it. Yep. I think that that's everything. You know, there's so many more things that you can do in this program that I haven't even like covered. Like there's so many different effects. You can do it in black and white. You can do it negative or sepia or, you know, audio effects, amplify. Perhaps I can amplify my voice one of these days in my videos. Fade in and fade out of audio. I haven't myself explored these yet, so I don't really know how to do them. But I mean, you know, you can play around with it, and there's many different transitions that you can do. And the tools here, you can have subtitles on your video if you want to. And this one, take a snapshot. If you have a certain spot in your video where you want to take a snapshot, a picture of it, you just click on that and it takes a picture. And then it shows up, I believe, under the images. Where does it go? Let's try it again. Take a snapshot. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I took a snapshot and it shows up right here, see? Took a snapshot of the place that I'm stopped at right here. And then you can put that wherever you want in your video. Increase the length of it, you know, whatever you want to do. Anyway, so I think that's all that I wanted to say. Oh, and when you're done your movie, you can hit the preview button here, and it will show you what your movie looks like. I wanted to say something over top of this part of what it will look like when you save your movie and then upload it to YouTube. So that's always good to do before you hit the save movie button, which is right here. You can do that right here. And also when you change clip speed, you can right click and there should be there it is. Change clip speed there too. So you can do it right click instead of having to go all the way up to effects every time. Okay, now I'm sure that that's everything I wanted to say. This is going to be a long video, folks, and if you watched this whole thing to the end, I thank you. And I hope that I've helped somebody in some way. It was an interesting way to do a video. Anyway, happy editing. Have a good day.